Alright, Oval fans, I think this is really the final video I need to do until the finale airs on Tuesday, and hopefully I'll have control to the TV that night. That way I can watch it live, take my notes, and then go live on YouTube and maybe even Instagram. But this is the video everybody wants to hear. And since the haves and the have-nots is gone, I guess technically speaking, this is really the only show that I review at the moment where who will die videos are even relevant. I mean, Sisters is kind of meh. Season 1, you had some deaths and, all that stuff. Season 2, I don't believe we saw any deaths. I mean, we saw the shootings, but that was it. But yeah, either way, we're talking the Oval. So with that being said, make sure you take a moment to hit the like button to show you like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Let's try to get to 125 likes. Also, hit subscribe to help me reach 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. And also, hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. So, without further ado, who do I think is going to die? Now, look, to be honest, I feel like there are at least half a dozen or more people who might bite the dust in this final episode. Now, I already theorized that I think the episode could end with a big shootout or multiple shootouts going on at the same time. One, when Barry and his crew rolls up on the Rakadushi compound. And then another where in the preview we see Kyle in a vehicle with some guys ramming Blakely's vehicle, which I believe we see Max in the front seat. I think Bobby could be in the back seat as well. But we see their vehicle being run off the road, similar to how the Rakadushis ran Richard's truck off the road. And then once they get out of the vehicle, a shootout ensues. We see Blakely with a gun. I think Max and Bobby are there, around the vehicle. And just a shootout ensues because we see Victoria, Hunter, and, like their security gather around them as they duck down. So I'm thinking the shootout occurs close to the location of the White House. But it could be one of two things. Now, you're wondering, okay, so Jeremy, I mean, where exactly are Blakely and Max driving to when Kyle, runs them off the road? Because obviously they would have to know that's Blakely and Max in the vehicle to even attempt to run them off the road. What's going on here? So we know that there's suspicion because there's zero DNA at the cabin and whatnot. And now Donald's thinking, okay, so, Lily probably met with Bobby last night. And then on top of that, they have Sam. They might be watching Sam's every move now because they're suspicious of him. Now, we know in the preview, Sam's going to be meeting up with Martin, who's also with Blakely, Max, and Bobby, going over all the details about how we now have enough incriminating evidence to bring the administration down. So, Bobby and Max's plan to assassinate the president, that seems to be something just between those two. And I do feel like overall, we're going to be in a situation where multiple people are going to be killed off. It's like when the chickens come home, the season 2 finale of the Haves and Have-Nots, where a lot of people are just going to be straight up dead. So I think she's fine as hell, but I could see Blakely being killed because theoretically speaking, if Blakely gets killed in this shootout, then that's yet another reason for Max to want to go after Kyle. But then you also have to look at it from the overall perspective of this is only the ending of season 2, and we have a lot of characters who have a lot of incriminating evidence to bring down the administration. So some of them, if not all of them, have to go. So the argument could be made that Blakely, Bobby, and Max could all get killed in this episode. I think Sam is safe. I think Martin is safe for now anyway. But who knows? He could possibly get killed too, because he's like one of those, what do they call those, Deus Ex Machinas? Basically, the thing that will solve everybody's problem. This is a throwback. Captain Planet. Whenever there's a problem, the Planeteers would call for Captain Planet, and he would just immediately solve the situation. However, Lily might also be killed too. I did an entirely separate video because based on the synopsis, Lily stands up for herself before she becomes a victim of the first family. I did an entire video talking about how Jason might kill Lily due to the fact that, kind of like in season 1, his mom laid down the law saying you and your sister are going with your grandma for a while. Jason freaked out. She said the same thing in this episode about you're going to prison, but you're going to the same place your sister's gone to, but on the male side. So you need to enjoy your last few minutes of freedom. So we know in the preview, he's going to be pleading to Alan, most likely for help. But then he's going to lash out because remember what he did to Jean at the end of season 1? He might do something like that to Lily, because Lily, I don't know why she would still be at the White House at this point. I mean, she met up, I believe, a couple episodes ago. We know in the last episode she was there, but a couple episodes ago, Victoria said, I want to meet you at noon. So that probably was to just get information about a dress, so then she can come back later with the dress. But in the video, I said if it isn't Jason, it could also be, who knows, maybe Kyle, maybe Donald. Somebody's going to kill Lily. And I mean, if Lily, Max, Bobby, and Blakely are off the board, that basically links them up to Diane, all people who died knowing too much. And then Priscilla, I don't know for sure if she's going to die, but given the fact that in the preview she straight up said, I'm going to put out a book and it's going to make all of you fall to your knees. So that basically means, hey, everything that I know, I'm going to put it out there and, you know, blow up this entire administration. Diane did the same thing. She went on this rant and then she got killed. So Priscilla, I would put her kind of at the bottom of the list, probably the least likely to die, but who knows? Dale, I feel bad for Dale because Sharon and Kareem, I think they most likely just took the whole day off, where Dale went to Kareem's place to rest up after, you know, the wreck and everything, and he was running the pharmacy by himself. I could be wrong here, but I think the same guy who showed up at the pharmacy and pulled out a gun on Dale is the same person that Donald spoke to in his office saying, I need someone to not exist. So I'm wondering if maybe, I know it seems kind of weird, like, Jeremy, why the hell would Donald want Dale dead? Could it just be a jealousy thing where it's like, hey, I want Kyle to take out Bobby once and for all because Bobby's the one my wife's messing around with. So then, because maybe he realizes Lily's eventually going to have to die too because she knows too much. So to be with Kyle, I need to take out Dale because I'm jealous. I don't know. Or this just could be a random guy sticking up the place. I don't know. But it would suck because even though I like Dale, I have no problem with Dale. His usefulness to the overall story seems to have sputtered out at this point. He's a character from the Ruthless series come to the Oval to give background information / exposition in order to alert Sam and Richard and others to the location of the Rakadushi compound. Now that they've gone and failed, they'll just eventually try again at some point with the help of the FBI. So aside from that, what exactly is he going to be there for? So Dale might unfortunately die. So I see a lot of people dying in this episode due to shootouts. Like I said, we could possibly have Barry and his crew have a shootout with the Rakadushi. And Ruth did say, you know, when Richard showed up in the single truck, everybody was ready to die. You know, take the pills, eat the applesauce or whatever. So imagine if a fleet of cars show up with guns. We're possibly going to have a shootout kind of like with the Malones and Warlock and his crew in the restaurant. So it's going to be pretty intense. But Curtis, Victoria's father, I don't think he's necessarily going to die, but you know, he in this episode, but he said you know, hey, I'm old, I'm dying, I need to tell you some stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts. Were there any potential character deaths that I didn't mention in this video? Who do you think is going to die? Do you agree with some of my theories about how some of these characters might meet their end? I feel like it's probably going to boil down to a bunch of stupidity as always. Plus, it's a season finale, so they have to really spice it up. I still say episode 20 should have been the finale, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, leave your 2 cents in the comment section. Also, you can send me 2 cents on PayPal or Cash App if you so desire. And with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.